Hey guys, welcome back. I've been feeling self-conscious about doing the waving. I don't know why, so maybe I'll stop doing it. um, okay, what do I need to do? What do I do next? Do I have the glider? I don't think so. So the other obvious good thing about this game is that I was just thinking is the controls. I feel like that's really important for a Zelda game. Is the main mechanic of the game has always been swinging a sword. I remember I watched an interview with, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but with Miyamoto, and he was saying like he designs his games with one major mechanic in mind. So in Mario, obviously the main mechanic is jumping. So then he designs everything around jumping. You jump to hit blocks, you jump to kill enemies, you jump to get over things, everything revolves around jumping. And then you can build puzzles around like jumping this way or jumping that way. And I guess Zelda, the main mechanic is swinging a sword. I guess that makes sense. Like for Mario games, it seems like every new Mario game they introduce like one new mechanics. So all the 3D ones, I'm thinking about like Mario Sunshine, they introduce like spraying water, so everything revolves around stuff you can do with water. And then Mario Galaxy was like jumping, but then you could like, I don't know. I got sidetracked. And I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I do. What? I need to stand like Link stands in this. I need good posture. He's always like got his chest puffed out. I need to work on that. Look at him. He's so cocky. His hand. He's so small. So the game, I don't know what I was saying. Something stupid about like they got the mechanics of like the sword swinging down, right? So everything feels good in this game. Like everything. The only thing I don't really like that much is the riding the horse. I never really do it. It's very clunky. Like, I don't like doing it. It feels like faster to just glide around places. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh yeah, just go over there. Okay, got it. I do really like the music. Music is something that's really important to me in games, especially like a game with not that much dialogue, because you can convey a lot of emotion through music instead of just otherwise you would do it through dialogue, like people talking about emotional stuff. And they do a good job, but I feel like I don't know. No, it's good. It's good. I haven't looked at any reviews, so I like that. Like, my opinions aren't really, like, sullied by anybody else. I haven't really heard what people are saying. I mean, I saw the ratings on Metacritic and stuff. It's like 98. So I guess that made me feel like, well, this game isn't really that good, but I like it a lot. It's not a 98. A 98 is like... I'm thinking, this does feel like the best Zelda in a long time. I mean, I was pretty young when Ocarina came out, and so I don't really have a non-biased view on it. But looking back on that game, all the stuff they did and all the stuff they figured out, it feels like as close to a 98 as you can get. Like that's a 98 game for all the stuff that they had to build from scratch, all that stuff. All the 3D stuff, like they came up with the idea of Z targeting and all that stuff you heard about all the time. They just for some reason I follow the any percent speedrun of Ocarina of Time. I don't know. I don't really know anything about it, but I just like seeing people beat the record. So the record for the past couple months was like under 17 minutes, I think. And then somebody just found something and it dropped under 13 minutes, but I still don't really understand what they did. But for some reason, you could basically skip to the end cutscene from Kokiri Forest somehow. What am I supposed to do here? I can't kill him with a tree branch. Look. Hit him. I was just watching that today. So it's already been almost 2 days, and I haven't really talked too much about I guess I can start to get into stuff that I don't like about open world games in general, and this game doesn't really do anything it doesn't really improve the problems that I have with open world games. I've never really played an open world game, and it's kind of a bummer because that's basically all the AAA games that get made now are open world. So, and then there's Naughty Dog who does. Those are my favorites. Like the new Uncharted was good, and Last of Us is good. And I liked playing Telltale, but now they're gone. I mean, their recent games weren't very good, so it's not too big of a loss, but it does seem like every new game is an open world game, and there's so much about open world games that I feel like maybe it's just a personal thing. I personally don't like them, but yeah, it must be just a personal thing. Other people must really like them because they get good reviews and people keep making them. Maybe it does feel a little bit like, well, who's gonna pay $60 for a game that's 20 hours long, and you just, like Last of Us, like, who's gonna pay $60 to play a game that's like, what, 15 to 20 hours, and then you're done? So if you're gonna spend $100 million making your game, you want people to pay the full $60, and the only way they're going to do that is if you make a game that's 70 to 100 hours long. Otherwise, people like me are going to wait for the price to drop, or they'll just rent it. Like, that's what I do. So I understand it, and I guess I'm part of the problem because I don't pay full price for games. I just wait. I guess I'll say one thing about open world games that I don't like, which is I guess I was thinking about story. So it's not as super relevant to this game. This game doesn't really have a story that much. They try to tell a little bit of a story with like these ancient devices that we dug up and stuff. It reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn. I liked that game. As much as I can like an open world game. I did like that one. I remember like really liking the first like 10 hours of that game. Like the story was so cool and that world was so cool. And then the next 30 hours it felt like you were just kind of running around doing nothing, and then by the time you get to the end of the game you're like, I don't really care that much about the story. I don't know if there's a way to fix that. I guess the problem for me is that I don't really like. I never really enjoy doing side quests. I always try to get into like the first couple side quests, and then I just end up just skipping all the dialogue, and I don't care. It's never really been interesting. What's that do? So am I just on my own now? Once you have acquired the spirit orb from all the shrines... Oh. Oh yeah, I remember that. So, real quick about story. I feel like a really good example of having to sacrifice story in an open world game was God of War, where... Why did I go up here? Oh, I think I just wanted to look at the... Okay, there's one up there. And there's one... over there, and there's one... Okay, I'm gonna have to talk about it tomorrow, because I don't want to go over. And then maybe I'll just like run to a shrine. I only see two. Oh, there it is. That's a close one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I do have a ton of other notes about stuff. Maybe I'll try to do like 10 episodes today. I don't know. Okay. See you tomorrow.